know, hijab is really, it's not just a piece of cloth on your head. It's about how you act with other people, and it's more about people looking at you for who you are.
I wear it because I'm practicing my faith, and also because the idea of modesty, I appreciate that, and I appreciate that if somebody is friends with me and if somebody wants to talk to me, I can at least take comfort in the fact they like me for who I am, you know? It's not about objectifying someone. You know me because of what I have to say.
My parents came here for my education. It was a really difficult transition for them because they didn't really come here with much. They didn't really know anybody here at all. And so we came here in December 2001, and that was right after 9/11. So a lot of things changed in terms of new applications and paperwork and visas and things like that. So we were almost to America. And they said, no, this stuff has changed now. And we actually got sent back. My parents didn't get refunded, no tickets, nothing like that. They just sent us back. So we had to, you know, redo that whole process. It was hard. It was definitely hard.
I have lived my entire life here, and I think of my parents. I feel like I have someone always to go to, or a place to go back to. I like my mom so much because, like, okay, other parents, when their kids are going off to college, they're like, okay, don't do drugs, be safe, you know, don't get into bad situations, and don't party too hard. Okay, my mom was like, I'm really worried, and I was like, why, Mom? Don't worry, like, I'm not, you know. She's like, no, you're not gonna roll up your sleeves before you eat. You're gonna trip and fall somewhere. And if that's what my mom's worried about, is me not rolling up my sleeves before I eat, then I'll be okay. I was the first Muslim a lot of kids had ever met. I got stares, I got questions. I remember me and my friends walking into Perkins, and some guy, he was with his girlfriend or something, and they're walking by, and the guy kind of just yelled, oh, bomb, because he just thought he was funny or whatever. But, you know, people, I don't know, for whatever reason, want to make somebody else feel less than they are.
Islam is not really just like a faith, it's more like a way of life as well. It's like how you treat your family members and your friends and your relatives and your strangers and people you don't know. It's basically a way of life, like every step of the way you're kind of practicing your religion. The day after the election, I was on the train going home from school. There was a few middle-aged people came onto the train, and they started saying things like, yeah, Trump won the election, all you Muslims are gonna be kicked out of the country and gonna shoot all you Muslims up. I didn't look at the person, I didn't say anything at all, I just stared at my phone, and then I started to text on our group chat that we had.
Me and my other friend were online while she was messaging, and I remember I was sitting in the booths by the bookstore, and I was like looking at my phone, and I was like, this can't be happening.
And so he was threatening to be violent with whoever was on the train that was Muslim, and was just, you know, threatening Muslims in general. And that was probably the most scared that I have ever felt before. I never thought that would happen to me. Like, you always hear in the news that, like, this happened to this person, but, like, I didn't think that that would happen to me ever.
I mean, it only takes one person. No, it only takes one person, and only takes one moment to completely change the way you look at yourself. It just made me feel hopeless, and I think the scariest part of this entire thing is that feeling that it's not going to get better. As a Muslim woman who people can identify me as Muslim, I don't ever want to get to that point where I feel so hopeless and just resigned to the fact that something is going to happen to me if I leave an area that's familiar to me, or that something's going to happen to me in an area that I've grown up in.
America is a melting pot of different cultures, different religions. We've kind of prided ourselves over the years in being very, like, inclusive as a people, as a country.
I have never felt more supported. People have come to me and have been nothing but kind and loving and caring because they felt the need and they were worried for me as a human being. You know, they showed compassion, and I think that says a lot.
I'm a normal person. I have dreams. I have goals of helping the community. Like, I want to be a clinical or hospital pharmacist working with low-income patients. Like, that's my aspiration. And I love to hang out with my friends. I love to eat. I love to watch The Office.
You know, the highs and lows in my life are very similar to the highs and lows in everybody else's life. There will always be a reason for someone to think that they're different from me, but I can tell you 1,000 ways that me and you are the same.